Hey guys, I keep going on with this. I don't care, man. I love this book. I've had this book for years, and looking through it recently again with everything. The man that I am now. It's just all the more. It's even better. It's like all the more. It's like I'm looking at, in terms of the things I discuss with Arkham Reporter, and other people. My brother James. Humanity, the human element, the idea of time, the weight of history. You really see that encapsulated in this. It really is, in terms of culture, the thing that continues on. The only way we can really live beyond our years, like time on this planet. Uh, I don't know, I'm feeling kind of sentimental today, so forgive me, all you Nietzscheans. Uh, these selections, I like how after this comic, how they talk about the manga, the Japanese comics, the history of it, everything. That they go, okay, I've talked about this thing. I've shown you like little brief snippets of bizarre, visually crazy sort of narratives, using your American frame of reference of comics to show you something totally different. And let me go beyond that. Let me actually show you, uh, actual comics translated into English, right? You know, and I'm gonna have to make this more than one vid. That's my middle name, right? That and Sunshine. So I'll go over the first two here: Osamu Tezuka, Phoenix, and Leiji Masamoto, Ghost Warrior. Right? A really good selection, really good selection. And the guy even mentions, right, the file selections are offered to courtesy of the artists, right? And they're fragments. These are sort of edited, right? So there's probably more panels within, but we'll go over. Let me start off. We'll go Phoenix. Osamu Tezuka. You can't emphasize enough the influence this guy has on comics. I mean, literally, his style is what everybody sort of, I wouldn't say copy, but he inspired them. Even Varg says, yeah, copy me. It shows that you liked what I did. It's good, and you will always build from what you initially copied for the most part. Yeah? Right, and he was also an animator, so he's also the godfather of anime. Right? Like Tezuka's works are characterized by their humanism and respect for life, as can be seen in his long-running series Buddha, Hinotori or Phoenix, and Blackjack. Right, the Blackjack, the guy with the scar on his face, the outlaw doctor. His stories often have a scientific and medical bent. Why? Tezuka is a licensed physician with a medical degree from Osaka's University College of Medicine. So the guy is pretty smart. And in the story here, Phoenix. Right? Phoenix is Tezuka's most intellectually challenging experiment. Man's quest throughout the ages for the mythological phoenix and for immortality, which I never understand that. Why the hell would you want to live forever? I couldn't think of something worse than that. Uses a framework to analyze the meaning of life, and it jumps back and forth from ancient Japan to thousands of years in the future. Right? Anyway, we get the story here with this young man in 8th century Japan. So this is going way back, right? He has to carve an image of the phoenix, right? And this high-ranking politician orders him to do it or face death. Of course, as an artist, and as an ancient world person, his life is not as important to him as his. He wants to create something that lasts beyond his lifetime. He wants to go. He hears the phoenix has been seen at this time in China across the sea. It's the Tang Dynasty, man. You talk to Chinese people. I've talked to men from Shanghai. I won't say how I know them, other than they're married to cousins of my fiance. I guess I gave it away. And they meant, like, when you mentioned the Tang Dynasty, every Chinese person lights up. Tang Dynasty, 7th century China, probably the biggest, most the time when China truly was an international empire. Everybody went to Tang Dynasty China. They're very powerful. They had the horsemen of the steppes on the run. Right? I actually had good relations with a lot of them. It was a very powerful time for them. But here we go. He wants to go to China to find this. Of course, he's a scholar. There's already Chinese influence on Japan at this point. Buddhism and Confucianism. So he decides to go. And look at, the art is like, there you go. Right. And he goes into the drawing room here to see the phoenix, right? The fiery phoenix. And he goes on a Japanese ship traveling to China, right? The phoenix has lived for thousands of years and can't be killed with bow and arrow. Cut off her head and she is reborn. When angered, she gives off fire and burns her pursuers, right? You see that. You see that motif, right, in Battle of Planets, right? The fiery phoenix, or at the end of Mospita, when the Inbit leave Earth in a fiery phoenix. Right? And so now he has a thing where he falls over the sea during, I guess, a storm. Oops. And you see, just forget the narrative. Look at the art. You see the black. You see this. All black with this little thing emphasizing, a chiaroscuro, emphasizing isolation in the ocean. The large, most of Earth is ocean. A lot of ink there. And the whole idea is that all of a sudden, what is this? What am I? You are now a microscopic sea creature. You are nothing more than a miserable little speck. The instant your human form ceased to exist, you were reborn. But why? Why have I changed? What have I done to deserve this? Yeah, as we've said, humanity's been saying that for a long time. You didn't do anything wrong. This was simply your destiny. To become something different when your life as a human ended. And of course, he's like, no, I want my man. I want to live like a man. And of course, the fate of most living things on this planet is to be food consumed. Humans are no different, by the way. But then he's reincarnated as a turtle. I was a human. Do you remember? Human, I don't know what you mean. You will live here in peace until you die, swimming at the mouth of the Nagai River. Look at the art. You see the life of the turtle, and of course, unfortunately in Japan, you are a delicacy. And then now we get to where, like, okay, I can see the influence of what? Walt Disney, Disney cartoons, right? Alright, and there she is. You see, who is this? This is the auntie, right? This is Phoenix. I know all about you. You were the turtle that swam at the mouth of the Nagai River. What's a turtle, right? And before that, you were a small sea creature, and before that, a human, and the mother of this little bird. She's like, you mean that awful animal that walks on land? Yeah, no. If I was an animal, I would not like friggin' upright ape, man. Aunt Phoenix, I remember you from somewhere. Right? That was when you were human, but I won't go on about that. She goes on, and you see, my body is constantly reborn. I am the bird of immortality. They have drawn and carved my image and even prayed to me. And then, of course, he wakes up. He was dreaming. It was a dream. Oh, this is a treasure house. I dozed off for a second, but he gets the inspiration to carve the phoenix, which he has to do or he's going to be put to death. But all he's thinking about is his artistic inspiration. And it means more. It means as much to him, if not more, than his life. He's like, thank you, scholar, thank you. Oh, why is he bowing to a man? Your liberalism. I can carve her now. These hands will carve a phoenix that will last throughout eternity. Watch me. That is also the artist, huh?